Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to a probably gonna be a last whatever video. So yeah, this is gonna be what if Sideswipe was in My Hero Academia. And some of you might not know who Sideswipe is. He's one of the characters that I made just for this what if series. It's like how Moo Moo Tsunotori was designed to be a big brother to Pony from My Hero Academia. So, this one, Sideswipe, is a big brother to, to her. Reading that name out. Yeah. So, yeah. But he has the power of infinity and zero. And he also can talk to, because his power of infinity and zero can allow him to talk to creatures beyond like human understandings, aka like this or this, or even this. So yeah, his eyes do turn like, depends on how mad he really gets. But he does have a quirk called Illusion Gate. It allows him to basically create gateways to illusions. Yeah. I was trying to make it close to her quirk. So yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. And yes, he is that powerful. So their mother, this is like gonna be the like different version. So yeah, it looks like her, but on a whole nother level. Yeah. But their mother, or like when they were born, they thought he was gonna be too much to handle. Or he thought he was a weirdo. Yeah. So they ended up getting rid of him. So they did. But they did not know that there was a people that he talks to is like her, him, currently. So he's scared out of his mind because his own parents abandoned him. So yeah, his sister doesn't remember him. So yeah, making her go from that S thing to be in UA. Yeah. So he starts using his quirk abilities. Abilities. So, yeah. So then, and he also uses his powers. So then, yeah. So time skip to the B-15. And they go to UA. As I'm skipping the or actually, during the UA, like, robot thing, he actually he thought about his friends getting killed by these stupid machines as spikes. Like, the buildings produces spikes and starts attacking into them. As he also used his illusion gate. Now, one, I do like the illusion gate from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX one. So yeah, he uses it way more. As now he's in class 1A with Zuko and all of them. And no, I'm not gonna bump anyone down. And so, yeah. So she actually joins class 1A too. As she actually didn't notice that he used the same technique, or actually she did notice that her or his quirk is almost similar to hers. But yeah. But it's called Illusion Gate. No, or of course, after the robot thing, like Zero Pointer, or after the internship thing, she ends up being like, that was fun. Let's do it again, shall we? Huh. No. They might think we're there is no redo on the zombie girl. As he talks so quietly to her that no one could even listen, except for her. Yeah. Except for her. So, yeah. So she walks over to him, and she can't help herself when when he's talking to himself. As though when he and her were walking to her house, she brought up the topic of, why do you talk to yourself? I'm not actually talking to myself. See, I did the Arnie checked on my quirk of Illusion Gate, but I also have two powers that allows me to go beyond humans' understandings. As she's confused of why. As he says, well, because as he knows that as he's trying not to yell at to make him look like an idiot. So my powers of infinity and zero allowed me to gain the abilities of basically talk to supernaturals creatures. It allows me. So when she heard the supernatural creatures, he knew something. Of course, yeah. After she got dropped off, he wasn't too proud of it. As Zombie Girl says, well, she wasn't being very nice about Supernatural. What do you think? As he was in the literally homeless thing, as he, is it time to eat? Sure. As both of them, or so he took control, his body transforms into a monster, and he starts eating the garbage. As the Nezu told Eraserhead to keep a watchful eye on him. So, when when Nezu, when Eraserhead saw him transform into a mythical creature and starts eating the garbage, as he transforms back, as he licks his lips, that was fun. Having you guys around is actually such a good adventure for me. As she talks through him, or actually, he could literally hear them talking to each other, so Yeah. In order to, as he transforms into Zombie Girl, or actually into her, as he turns into a bat, yeah, flung upside down in the dark, and he went right to sleep. As Mr. Ozawa finds this interesting. He must have a multiple personalities with his quirk or something. So the very next day, Mr. Ozawa walks up to that bat. As he gets up, he met or sideswipe. As he wiggles, as he opens his eyes, as he falls out of the, as he transforms into a human, or into a little girl. As he's, of course, she says, he's still sleeping, so maybe some assistance. As, well, you might shine some light or on what. Yeah, so he wanted the details out of Sideswipe, but she ends up saying, "I'll may give you some of that advice, okay?" Or what? Of course, she tells him that the owner of this body, as she points or puts her hand on her chest, says that has the quirk of Illusion Gate and the power of infinity and zero that fused together allows us to talk to him. As our own separate beings. As Mr. Ozawa was basically interested in, he never heard of fusion, fusion, or no, not fusion, it's fusion quirks to get, and powers with that stuff. So, let's say it was one day ago, they got it. So, yeah. As Sideswipe woke up fully, you must be Mr. Ozawa, aren't you? Huh. The one that has a racing quirk. As Zombie Girl says, huh. Never heard of him before. Huh. Yeah. As when he turns his head, of course, Mr. Ozawa knows that they're invisible. Only he could see. So, yeah. So, he tells him that Why are you living in this dump? Or this part of town? Huh. Well, it's not actually my choice. It was when my parents abandoned me. Yeah, I ended up here. I hadn't seen them since after I was born. Yeah. You might go, Mr. Aizawa. My friend is hungry, so as he could literally hear him say, hungry, 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 hungry. As he looks in the garbage. Okay. Go ahead. As he in a minute. Okay? As Mr. Aizawa could sense and like, yeah. So then now they get to class. He sits in the chair. As him, when he wants to start talking to his friends, he always his other selves, he always covers his mouth to talk to them, so that they know. Yeah, so he ends up being a. So yeah. So Mr. Aizawa tells him, no need to start talking to your imaginary, or don't talk to those supernaturals. Some of them are probably going to make a deal with you. As after he said that, the monster says, let's eat him. I know you're shaking your head, and that means no. As they're thinking he's crazy. But when Mr. Aizawa told them that he's not, he's actually talking to a supernatural creatures. As they were shocked when they brought, yeah. As most of the students are terrified of what they heard. Let me introduce you to them. You don't see them, but I do. And start with the youngest to the oldest. I have Zombie Girl. Ready? Yeah. I'm just meet my new friends. As his body starts to transform into like her, and she's so beautiful that even like all the boys fell backwards, got nosebleeds from them. And of course, they're like, whoa, so you're a zombie girl? Huh. Yeah. As she couldn't believe her own not her parents. She couldn't believe that this kid's not crazy, but his power, because it fused together. They're, yeah, and then then let's go with Sing and youngest. Ready? As his body starts to transform into a vampire girl. She introduces herself as Vampire Girl. Or Vampire. Or I don't know the female names of vampires, so yeah. So then when they yeah. He's now meet the big boy. Or yeah, singing big boy. Ready to come out? And better not eat them, okay? I promise. Just to introduce myself. As his body starts to transform into a more monsterish form, as he bows his head like, I am Grillo. I'll just say Grillo. So yeah, not Gorilla, Grillo. So yeah, that monster is basically looks intimidated enough, and then me, of course, yeah. Yeah, so that's why if you see any of our forms, we take control of our own bodies. So basically, like, if I'm out knocked out, one of the monster, or feel a little bit stressed out, and one of them will take the place. Probably mostly monster dude. Yeah. As they start training, and yeah, I'm skipping of course, all the way to USJ. As he was a little bit, or like when they were at the USJ, they get attacked by the villains at USJ. He and the monster comes out of him, ends up killing the Nomu. And I'm skipping the sports festival because he says, You know, the good thing having or can't you all or no. He says this to the brain dude. You know you can't hypnotize me with that brainwashing crud because you don't know who you're talking to. And one of the vampire girls comes out, or no, actually zombie girl comes out. And she's like, yeah. So, as Eraserhead tells Music Mike that that's one of his friends or personalities, as she basically knocks him out with their one single swing. They actually have their powers too. Like, he controls like plans and all that stuff. So yeah. And I'm skipping the internship thing and the camp park. But during the All Might versus All for One, and is a lot of stress when he saw how stressed he gets. They all, every single one, knew how stressed he gets as their bodies fuse together to create a monster that's bigger than, yeah, as he goes and stops the attack, as he goes in for the kill of All for One. As, yeah, All for One attacks and as, yeah, I don't want to go into details of what happens, but I'll do it anyways. He ends up murdering All for One, ripping his arms off, making him bleed, using his fangs like the vampire girl to sink into his shoulder, drinking blood out of it, and tearing All for One to shreds. As Toga was there, and she was in love with him. Yeah, that's suited because they're both crazy. She really likes horror. Yeah. Man, yeah. So then as he calms down, as he turns around, he tells All Might that yeah. As when she saw he's not really like super crazy, she knew about after she's seen how many personalities he has. Yeah. But his body, and when he actually unlocked his new form, or new personality, because they gained, yeah. Plus, he also unlocked that. So when he was fighting Overhaul, or I'm skipping the dodgeball, but before the dodgeball thing happened, her mother, her asked him to come back, or like they wanted to bring him back into the family. Emily, yeah, as her, no, her husband and was gonna be like, if he saw his son right now, he would probably tear him to pieces, because who like, because he's like that kind of person, as he annoys the living daylights out of him, as when how drunk the man was, throwing bottles at his mother, or no, at yeah, sorry, at her, as he says that, yeah, that got him mad, as, or he actually caught the thing, as he says, enough. You must be that kid that has supernatural abilities. I know who you're gonna die. As he pulls out a knife and was gonna stab him, as the plant monster grabs or told the plants to grab him, his arm, yeah. As he says that no need to start violence. You brought in a devil, aren't you? As he was pretty drunk. I'll just say that. So he ends up, because he was so rude to her after he got abandoned, and he says that because she wanted the divorce thing, but she couldn't, and yeah. So he decides to, because the guy was being so rude, he was about to kill him, and yeah. And plus they had, or his life insurance was paid up, so that he or so that she gets all the money and the fresh new house. Yeah. Or actually, they keep the house and yeah. So she walks up to her own son, tells him, "Go ahead and kill your father." And he says, Sure, don't worry." As the monstrous form comes out, as he goes into that young man's room, and of course that drunk man woke up, as he ends up pulls out a gun and ends up literally eating the person, like ripping him to shreds, devouring him. As he made sure there's no bloodstain or fingerprints. So then, as sweetie, as so she ends up making like something for him and for his daughter, as he, or not his daughter, his sister, cookies, or something. So she basically, he washed up, or actually his clothes wasn't like, he had extra fur, so, and plus when he's in his monster form, he gets cleaned up real fast. So so then he, of course, he kind of feels bad for doing that, because he wanted to be like a hero, protects everyone. But that guy was a jerk. So now the next day, the next day she had, or he actually, or actually she woke him up, or actually he got himself ready, or actually she had a backpack for him. It's a small backpack, but it could adjust to his transformation. As with bear clothes and all that stuff. So he ends up, last night he ends up transforming into her and turns into a bat. As so she actually puts him inside of her backpack, and she goes to school. As they ate breakfast, or he's slowly waking up. As she ends up, as she says, I can't believe my own son has communicated with the supernaturals. Yep. I do. Or, you know that. And, of course, when they were walking, mm, and plus she knows that he gets taken over to, like, to wake himself up. Yeah, definitely not with hot water. No thanks. Or he does as he wakes up. Then he goes to UA. And before he went, even walked through the doors, one person that showed up before is her. And she asked him out on the date. AKA because he was in his zombie form. Like his, yeah. She was driving. Of course, she tells him that or tells the silver-haired girl that he's just a little bit out of it today. So he's just tired out. Yeah, he's slow waker, aren't ya? As he's mumbling like a. I'd take that as a yes. As he. As. As Principal Nezu classed them as five different personalities. Or no, six. Because yeah. So then they put when he's like, yeah. So she basically, when he was fully awake, he's like, well, yeah. So she actually, thank goodness she actually asked him out on a date, and he got, after the dating thing, and after, like, school was, like, out, she ends up got married to him. Like, right after school got out, and they became professional pro heroes. He have powers of their mother, and yeah. Plus, he makes a big bucks. So now, yeah, because I'm skipping the overhaul fight, and yeah. So then his little sister got married to, or actually, Ochako and her got married to Zuko. Yeah. Who? And they had 4 kids, 2 for each. So yeah. So yeah. It was just weird. How weird? I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things, okay? And if you guys want to see me do more of these, please leave a like. If this video gets 3 likes, I'll probably do another one. So, bye.